I hope you guys have peer-reviewed each other's work. Yes. Okay. I see we got a few links. Okay, I'm not gonna take rushed drafts. I'm only gonna take finished products, peer-reviewed, and perfect. Okay, let's get started. Ooh, at a zombie apocalypse. Oh. Okay. Oh my. So this one is a zombie apocalypse. Oh my god. I love The Walking Dead. I love it. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So, this one is a teen and up audience. Ooh, it's gonna be spicy. Okay. Relationship is between Kenny and Kim Sok. Oh my god. Let's read some classic literature, okay? Tell the end of the world if it's with you. Oh my god. By Super Gingerbread Mustache Man. Okay. I won't read the summary. I'm just gonna read through it. Oh, my number one podcaster is Stephanie Suze, because she was going over the P. Diddy trial, and I wanted to know about that. And then she was also talking about the Jeffrey Epstein case, which is really nice. Yeah, I like it. And then I just do a bunch of audiobooks. The current one that I'm reading is On Earth We Are Briefly Gorgeous. It's made by an Vietnamese American author, and yeah, it was talking about like intergenerational trauma that Asian Americans or specifically refugees go through. So I think that's very, very nice. So if you know Asian American history, a lot of this idea of intergenerational trauma is talked about a lot. So yes, you guys should probably read into it. It's actually very interesting. It talks about how and why some, I guess, Asian family beat their children, and like the turmoils or theories to why some of them were abused while they were kids. Yeah. And then the experiences that their parents went through and how it affects the way that they take care of their children. Yeah. Yes. Oi, Brazil. Oh, guys, I love acai. Allegedly, it's really, really cheap in Brazil, acais. Yeah. Anyways, let's start reading these fine literatures. I heard there's some authors that started writing. Please tell me if you are an author, a published author. I'm gonna read your book, and we're gonna get you a bestseller, okay? We're gonna get you a bestseller. We're gonna make you super, super, super famous. You're gonna be in the next Ocean Vaughn. Vaughn? I think his name is Vaughn. Yeah. Okay. It all began normally. The U.S. tour was finally over, at least part of it. Nathan, Kenny, and Aito, as well as the rest of the crew, could finally return to Korea. The boys had finished picking up their luggage and were heading towards their exit. Sok and Hyuk are waiting for them outside in the car. They came alone, surprisingly. It's rare having a chance to go out without a staff member nowadays. After a quick phone call with Michelle, they informed that the staff's flight was delayed. They're unsure how long it will be for. So, in the meantime, they can head home and come back for them once they arrive. As they head towards the car, Kenny, Nathan, and Aito are conversing with each other, chatting about what they are going to do once they arrive home. That is, until a loud crash interrupts them, preceded by a loud scream. In a matter of seconds, chaos erupted. Pushing, shoving, screaming, running, everybody was panicking. "What's going on?" Aito asked. That's when Nathan grabbed Aito's hand and started guiding him away. "Aito, grab Kenny's hand and don't let go. I'll try to get out of here." Kenny, yelled Nathan. Carrying their luggage while fighting through an unpredictable crowd was a difficult task. It was only a matter of time before something went wrong. Someone knocks into them hard, shoving all of them to the ground. Their luggage scattered, clothes covered the floor. Clothes covering the floor. "My clothes!" Kenny yelled. "We don't have time. Where's Aito?" said Nathan, while grabbing Kenny's arm and lifting him up. Grabbing his arm and lifting him up. Is Nathan that strong? Okay. Aito is nowhere to be seen. "Aito! Aito! It's too crowded. We won't be able to find him like this. We need to go somewhere less crowded," said Nathan. Yes, the situation. Kenny looks back and yells, "Aito, we're heading outside. Come meet us at the car." Aito's body hurt. He was the one who took the most impact from the hit. Still dazed, he looked around and saw Kenny's clothes getting stepped on. Oh my god, not my clothes. My clothes. Oh, and also poor Aito, but my clothes. How dare they step on my clothes? If he didn't move quickly, he would be trampled soon. He looked around for any sign of Kenny and Nathan, but saw nothing. They're probably being shoved towards the opposite direction. He has to find them soon. Whatever is happening now can't be good. While fighting his way through the crowd, he sees something being kicked on the ground. Wait, is that Hubert? He's suffering the same pain himself. Aito fights his way through the crowd and tried to reach him, but every time he is about to grab him, someone kicks him away. No! Hubert, quit running away. Your dad needs you. Aito runs and catches up to him. He quickly picks him up and starts fighting his way again through the crowd. The chaos happening inside the airport was relatively calm compared to what's happening outside. Cars flipped, growing fire and blood. So much blood. There were people laying still in the middle of the road. At least they were for the first few minutes. Their bodies would be slowly start to twitch, and then low grunts would start coming out of their mouths, and finally, they would slowly start to stand up. At first, their steps began uneven and unsteady, but slowly would start to pick up. They walked outside until they found their next unsuspecting victim, attacking them until the cycle began again. Kenny and Nathan were currently hiding behind a wall, peeking from the side, looking at the chaos surrounding them. "You're seeing what I'm seeing, right?" asked Kenny. "Yeah, I am. It's like a zombie apocalypse," Nathan responded. Kenny looks at Nathan. "This is a zombie apocalypse? We need to find Hyuk and Sok. Hopefully by the time we find them, Aito will already be with them." Kenny and Nathan spent hours looking for the car with Hyuk and Sok. Aito is nowhere to be found either. The situation is only getting worse. No signal or transportation. Most of their belongings are currently scattered on the airport floor. The only things they have with them are backpacks and on their backs. With nightfall approaching, they need to find shelter soon if they're planning on surviving the night. The first few nights they spent it in an abandoned shop with their scattered materials left behind. They blocked the door and windows, each one taking turns keeping watch for the night. After a few days, A few days? A few days? Also, where is the love between me and Yobo? And also, how are we gonna survive a few days in the apocalypse? You act like I'm not gonna starve. After a few days, they were forced to move after a few zombies managed to break in. It happened in the middle of the night during Nathan's watch. Hard banging came from a boarded window. It didn't stop until it broke through. "Kenny, wake up, they're coming!" Nathan yelled as he walked towards the pipes on the floor. As soon as Kenny stood, Nathan tossed one over him. "Get ready," Nathan said. Right as the zombie burst in, the zombies were disgusting up close. Their flesh was starting to rot. The smell was unbearable. The first one threw itself towards Nathan. On instinct, Nathan swung. We probably smell the same, though. If it's been a few days, like, we both are gonna smell, the zombie and us. Probably they'll smell more of, like, goo and blood and, plasma. Yeah. But, like, yeah. Okay. On instinct, Nathan swung the pipe towards its head, hard enough to break its skull. An instant kill. The other two ran for Kenny. Taking a step back, bracing for impact, Kenny swung the pipe towards the first zombie, throwing it off course. The second zombie attacked him from the side. Kenny used the strong pipe to block. The zombie was strong. He felt himself being pushed back. He didn't know how much longer he could hold. Luckily, Nathan came in and shoved him off. I can handle two zombies. I'm strong. Okay. This gave Kenny a second to regain himself and attack the Okay. I see. Regain himself and attack the second zombie coming towards them. The fight was quick. The hot adrenaline still running towards their system. They grab their bags and leave. Hiding in the woods is so bad. It's better than the city, Aito thinks. He's been out here a few days. It's quieter and safer. There's been a few zombies here and there, but there's no need to engage with them. As long as you keep quiet, they won't know that you're here. At least Aito is not alone. Oh shoot, Aito. Aito, these past few weeks have been him and Hubert against the world. He's grateful for that. After being separated from Nathan and Kenny, he had not found Hubert, he would have spent his entire time alone. Hubert, an excellent listener. At night, when they can't fall asleep, Aito talks about his past, his friends, family, his hopes and dreams. They both like to share, though Hubert not as much. Hubert has seen Aito at his lowest point. He's seen how Aito would have panicked when he got caught up in his head thinking Kenny and Nathan abandoned him, or he felt like there was no point in fighting anymore. The responsibility of keeping them alive falls mostly on Aito. So, when an emotionally difficult moment for Aito happens, Hubert is more than happy to offer a hug and listen. "I think we should go," said Kenny. Kenny and Nathan are messing with the radio they found in a borrowed apartment. It's been a few weeks since they moved in after being chased out of the store. "Kenny, we barely survived last time. There's no way we'll make it out the company alive," threw back Nathan. "So what? We can stay here and starve?" Exactly. We'll need to go out eventually for food, so not to look while heading back to the company. "How do you know they're still alive? We spent hours looking for Aito and we never found him." "So you're saying we should just give up?" "No, I'm saying we should put all our hopes out into one solution." Nathan gets cut off by the radio he was still messing with. "Zombie outbreak. Stay indoors until further notice. I repeat, stay indoor until further notice." "You see?" Nathan pointed. Kenny just looked at him, unamused. I feel like the roles are reversed. I'm usually the one that says don't go out, and Nathan would be the one that goes out. Okay. After a few nights in the woods, the woods? When were they in the woods? Aito and Hubert returns to the city. It'll take about a day and a half to get back to the company by foot. Most of the traveling happens during the day. Zombies are more active at night. Either way, he still can't let his guard down. The past few days, Aito took the advice Hyuk once gave him. If he ever had to sleep in the forest, sleep inside a tree, or climb on top of it. Now that he's in the city, Hyuk advice won't apply as much here. Tonight, he will sleep inside a car. By his luck, the owner didn't lock the car when they abandoned the vehicle. When the morning came, he woke up refreshed and energized, energy he hadn't felt in a while. Aito takes a moment to look at his surrounding. No zombies visible at the moment. As he's exiting the car, he said aloud, "This is the best night's sleep I've ever had in a while. Even better than those hotel rooms back in the US. He takes a moment to examine a car. Honda Civic, huh? No wonder Kenny wants to name his child that. On the other side of the city, inside the C&B building, Hyuk, Sok, and the staff members are currently in a heated argument. "No, absolutely not. Neither of you will be going outside," yelled the staff member. "We can't sit here and do nothing," Hyuk yelled back. "How many people have volunteered to go out there to look for them already? None of them have come back. We have put the lives of 10 people in danger just to save 3. Kenny, Nathan, and Aito are our family. And the others aren't? What makes them more important than the rest of us? Stop treating us like servants and start treating us like with respect we deserve." Hyuk walked out at the last statement. He never thought one life was worth less than the other. But you can't blame him for wanting to save his brothers. He hates that it's them going out there. They're right. They shouldn't be the ones going out there. Hyuk burst his room door open and grabs a backpack, stuffing it with food and anything that can be useful. They came back angry with him, all they want. But he's not letting his family die out there. "What are you gonna do?" Hyuk turned around. Sok is leaning at the doorframe. "I'm going out," he says, while continuing to pack. "Out there?" Sok walked towards him. Hyuk looked at him. I will not sit idly while our friends are out there fighting for their lives. You can't go out alone. Are you going to stop me? No, I'm going to join you. Baby's coming to save me. Oh my god. Sneaking out was hard, but not impossible. Since everyone thinks they're mad, they're left alone for a while to let them cool down. It'll take a few hours before anyone realizes they're gone. Once they snuck out, they realized neither of them had seen the outside since the day at the airport. Everything looks worse than they remember. The streets are empty, almost like a ghost town. It makes Hyuk and Sok regret their decision even more. They should have never left the airport that day. It's not like they had a choice. A livid person had thrown themselves against Sok's window, banging over and over, trying to break the window. Their appearance was not entirely human. Bloodshot eyes, blood dripping from their necks from where they were recently bitten. You could tell it happened recently. The shriek it made was terrifying. It made Sok and Hyuk scream in terror. Sok didn't waste any time putting the car in drive. He floored it outside of the parking lot. The original plan was to lose the creature and drive back to pick up the rest of their friends. He didn't expect to find the outside to be worse. Back there was only one out of hundreds. That's when they knew it was a matter of survival. Sok spun the car around, but was blocked from going any further. A barricade caused by crashed cars and dead bodies. They drove around hoping for a way back with no luck. In the end, Sok and Hyuk decided to go back to their company. The people there could help them find a way to reach their friends. At least they thought. It's been a month and no progress. Sok and Hyuk have been out there for 2 days. It hasn't been a pleasant experience. Hyuk's glad he's not alone. He's not happy Sok is putting himself in danger by coming with him, but he appreciates the gesture. They're currently on higher grounds. They heard some growling noise from a distance and decided to keep it safe. They'll continue from up here and until they deem it safe to continue again. "Did you see that?" Hyuk asked. "It's a person." Someone was running, weapons in one hand, child in the other. "They're catching up to him," Sok whispered. The boy turning around and swing his weapons in time to stop the zombie from grabbing him. He swings again, hard, knocking another zombie off its course. I think it's Aito. Despite how small he looks, that boy has strength. He has no problem taking down the zombies with only one arm. The boy takes a moment to look at the child in his arm. Are you okay? There seems no visible injuries. He sighs in relief, then continues on his way. Did you see that? He took those zombies down like it was nothing, Hyuk said excitedly, but Sok wasn't paying attention. He kept looking at that child in the boy's arm. Those eyes, he's seen them before. He knows them like the back of his hand because he has a pair just like them. He distinctly grabs the ring around, oh my god, his neck. The one that Kenny gave him before he left for the U.S. They're married, I knew it. A promise of forever. He had a son. Kenny had told him he had a son. He just hadn't had the chance to see him yet. Oh my god. An unexpected pregnancy. He never seen his son. Oh my god, no. He never expected this was how he was going to meet his son for the first time. Without looking away, Sok points and whispers, that's him, that's my son. What? Hyuk takes a closer look at the boy down there. Sok doesn't wait for him to figure out. He just gets out there. He just needs to get down there right now. Aito exhausted. He can't keep up. Not when he's so close. Aito! He hears yelling from a distance. Aito! Aito runs towards them, colliding into bone-crushing hugs. Hyuk grabs Aito's shoulder. We saw you fight those zombies from the rooftop. You were amazing. Hyuk pulls him into another hug. I'm so glad you're okay. Is that? He asked quietly. Sok asked quietly. Hyuk releases Aito. Aito turns to Sok, gives him a soft smile, and introduces him to his son. This is Hubert. Sok extends his arm, and Aito passes Hubert to him. The look Sok gives to Hubert, his heart feels like it's going to explode. He's got my eyes, Sok said. Once they returned to the company, they were bombarded by the staff. Where have you been? Do you know how worried we were? Are you hurt? They abruptly cut off once they were noticed who else came with them. Aito, they all yelled out. We found him being chased by zombies. Don't worry, he's safe, Hyuk said. Aito nodded to confirm. Now that Aito is back, we just need to find Kenny and Nathan, Sok added. Aito turns to them. They're not here? Sok nods. We're hoping they will be with you. I guess we have to come up with a plan to bring them home, Hyuk said confidently. I didn't finish it, but there's more for the story. I just have to go to the airport. I like it. Pretty cute. I like it. This is how he meets his son. Oh my god. Ooh, Kenny, please read mine. I think you will love it. It's fluffy, short, romantic, domestic. There is a kiss. What do you mean domestic? Like it's from America? Okay. The anniversary. Oh my god. Okay. The anniversary. It was the end of today's dance practice when the boys gasped for air, chugging water bottles or bottles of water like they had never tasted anything so sweet. Okay, that's all for today. You did good. The choreographer claps, picking their belongings and leaving the boys to catch their breaths. Oh my god. Nathan's laying on the floor in the middle of the room, his chest rising and falling rapidly. My legs hurt so much, Hyuk complains, fanning himself with some random piece of paper he found on the side. Aito, less affected by the strenuous dancing, but still, sweat soaked his t-shirt. Meanwhile, Kenny and Sok are in their own little world in the corner. Sok laying his head on Kenny's lap. Kenny absentmindedly running his fingers through Sok's damp hair. That is disgusting. I will not touch a sweaty head. Baby. Sok shifts his face to Kenny. His cheeks still red from overexertion. He looks so cute like this, Kenny thinks, making him smile. Kenny takes a sip of water. Happy anniversary, Yobo. Sok kisses the top of Kenny's nose, making him giggle. You too, baby. Kenny swats at Sok shyly? What's swats? Swats. Hits or crush with a sharp blow with a flat object. You too, baby. Oh my god, that's crazy. Are you sure it's swats? Happy anniversary, Yobo. Sok kisses the top of Kenny's nose, making Kenny giggle. You too, baby. Kenny swats at Sok shyly. He goes, ugh. Okay, are you ready for your surprise? Sok almost vibrates with excitement, grabbing Kenny's hand, still sweating from the hours of dancing. He doesn't mind though. Ah, baby, what is it? Kenny can't stop smiling. Sok gets distracted by his boyfriend's smile, making his lips husband, not boyfriend, making his lips curl up as well. He can't help it. Whenever he sees Kenny happy, he feels happy too. That's why today is so important. Every year they take it in turns to plan what agenda for their anniversary. But this time it was extra special. Later in the day, the boys had a shower. Together, of course. Together. And had gotten themselves dressed for the evening. They arrived. Wait, but also, like, I have a question. If two people are showering with each other, like, I feel like two people showering in one shower is not possible. You know what I mean? Like, you have to shower and one person waits, I feel like. Like, there's no, like, you guys, you know, shower. That doesn't make sense. Wait, I just realized. It's not practical for two people in one shower. No. Would you wash each other? You wash each other? I feel like that's not practical. I feel like that's not practical at all. No. I wouldn't be showering with another person, bro. You know what I mean? Wait, no, that how would you? It wouldn't be practical. Like, okay, you can help them shower, but also, like, what are you gonna? You're just gonna be. I don't think it's gonna save water. I feel like if you shower by yourself, you can finish your business faster. You should, you know. I don't know. I mean, you can scrub your friend's back, but I mean, like, it's literally gonna be like one person and just you just there. And you're just, I got you. That doesn't make sense. But you can save time by just showering alone, not together. It's romantic. Yeah, but it's romantic. I don't think it's romantic. It's for romantic purposes. So it's not about being ethnical or saving time or practicality. It's about being romantic. Oh, so it's a date. Okay, I see. It's just a date. Oh, okay, my bad. Oh, it could be freaky. I mean, no. It's so dangerous. Guys, I don't think you guys understand how dangerous, like, accidents can happen in the bathroom. Because it's slippery. There's water. Yeah, guys, don't shower two people in there. And also, make sure to put a towel on the floor or like a little bath rug because it's not safe. It could be romantic, but also romantic things can be safe too. So I don't recommend. That's not romantic. I feel like if you're trying to be romantic, priority is going to be safety. Okay. Do you know how many times I had accidentally slipped in the bathroom? It's not safe. It's not safe. Okay. Hospital date after in the hospital. Okay. Later in the day, the boys had a shower. Together, of course. And they got themselves dressed for the evening as they arrived at the restaurant they had their first meal at. Nothing fancy, just an old shop, small old shop in the middle of Seoul. But for them, it was special. It was their place. They sat at their usual table. A little, too overdressed for their surrounding, but hey, it was their anniversary, why not? Kenny runs his thumb softly across Sok's knuckles. Guys, I don't understand. So, his knuckles, me. You caress it with your thumb? Guys, this don't work. Softly, like, oh, I see. Like this. Oh, is it like this? Is it? Oh, I got it. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. We solved it. Sending shivers down his skin. Cold? Kenny asks when he sees goosebumps appear on the surface of Sok's arm. No, you just still make me nervous. Sok breathes out smirking. He knows Kenny loves it when he says stuff like that to him, letting him know he still has an effect on him after all these years together. Their moment gets interrupted by the owner of the small shop bringing their food. She knows them well after all the times they come here and get food delivered to their dorm or at the office. The whole dinner, Kenny's mind races with what could possibly be the surprise Sok has planned for him. After the romantic meal, only slightly interrupts by a fight that started outside. Due to it being a slightly rougher part of the city, they started to walk down the Han River. They sit on the bench watching the city lights with their fingers intertwined. Sok's shoulder being perfect pillow for Kenny's head. It's true. Kenny, Sok whispers against his boyfriend's soft hair. Yes, my love, Kenny mumbles, enjoying being in their own little bubble, just the two of them in the world. Have you ever thought about marriage? Sok says carefully. Scared to ruin this moment. Kenny said, sits up with their face so close they feel each other's breath mingle with their Their faces so close they feel the other's breath mingle with theirs. That sounds disgusting. Like breathing. Okay, you know what? I'm just not the romantic type, am I? Okay. Where am I? Both boys, heart thumping in their chest but in sync. Sok looks worried that Kenny has not said anything for what feels like 15 minutes for him, but has only been a couple seconds for the rest of the world. He lets out a shaking breath before starting. His words became completely forgotten when he feels Kenny grab him by either side of his soft jaw, crashing their lips together, their breath and saliva mixing beautifully. Maybe Kenny isn't mad. After a few seconds, Kenny pulls back, resting his forehead on Socks, giving him a little peck in between each word. Of course, I want to marry you, my love. Nothing would make me happier. Sock smiles against the little kisses. When we go to America, let's do it there, in your hometown. Sock gazes into Kenny's sparkling eyes, his own blurring with happiness. In that moment, they truly are the happiest people in the world. The end. Yay! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm so happy. Well, guys, I mean, of course he's gonna know. Of course, he's married. We got the visa. He's married. Oh my god. Oh my god. Next one. Ooh. Accidental date. Okay. Gravity between us. A universe fanfic. Okay, another one. Chapter 2. Kenny barely slapped. Kenny barely slept. After last night, after that pinky touch, after Socks impossible. Oh. Sorry, I need to burp. Yes, I'm a sexuality. Sexual. I'm a sexual. Hold on, let me finish my my matcha. I would come to Brazil, but the only issue is it's like a 19-hour flight. I mean, I would love to. I think I just have to take a break in between, like from maybe Korea to America. And then I'll rest over there for like 2-3 days, do a little bit of activity, and then go to Brazil. Also, because it's the beginning of December, I can't wait to force Nathan to wear that green sweater all month. Okay, let's continue on. After Sock impossible smirk, his brain wouldn't shut up. He tossed and turned and flipped in his pillow twice, tried breathing exercises, even considered whacking himself with the remote to knock himself out. Nothing worked. When his alarm finally shrieked in his ear, Kenny groaned into his blanket. His eyes burned. His chest felt fluttery. His thoughts were still a chaotic, still slideshow of how Sock's pinky grazing his finger. Like this. Oh my god. You know what? I'm just gonna assume it's lovely. It's lovely. Yeah, coffee, desperately. The walk to the cafe felt like 3 times longer than it should. The sun hit him like a personal attack. His eyes stunned, watering immediately, and he blinked rapidly, cursing himself for wearing baggy gray sweats in what felt like the center of the sun. Stepping inside was heaven. The cold air was wrapped around him, raising goosebumps along his arms and chilling the sweats through his shirts. The shop was dimmer and louder and fuller than usual. Every table was packed. People talking over each other, the espresso machine screaming every second. Kenny hates crowds. Exactly. His nose wrinkled in annoyance. He tucked his chin and beeline for the counter. Fast, focused in survival mode when a voice rose above the noise. "Hey, Kenny." He stopped slowly, like turning might trigger a trap. He looked over his shoulder. There was Sok, smiling so brightly it made Kenny's breath catch, waving him over like they were in their own private world. His whole face lit up, eyes crinkling, mouth curved in that curb way that made Kenny's brain tilted sideways. Brain tilt sideways. Kenny panicked and gestured wildly at the counter, mouthing, "I still need to order." Sok didn't miss a beat. He lifted one hand towards the barista. "Can I get another iced Americano over here?" He shouted out warmly. "Ew, I will not drink an Americano. I will not drink an Americano. No. It's got to be a matcha latte. Yeah, a matcha latte or a lavender matcha latte. Yeah, thank you. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink alcohol. And I also am a very loyal partner. I know. I can't wait to own my castle in my afterlife." Kenny blinked and then blinked again. Sok just ordered for him? Like it was natural? Like Kenny's coffee was already a familiar habit? Sok looked back at him, the slow rise of a smirk, tugging his lips. Wait, what? Tugging at his lips. One that crawled up his cheeks like it was enjoying itself. Kenny's knee gave out a little. He walked over as casually as a human disaster could manage. The chair squeaked violently when he pulled it out. Everyone turned. Kenny bowed in apologies, mortified, and sat down so fast he nearly missed a seat. "Hey," Sok grated, smirked, still growing like a neon sign. "What are you up to today?" "Oh, this and that," Kenny said, shrugging a little too hard, tucking his hair behind his ear. "Very smooth. Smooth. Very, very smooth. What about you?" "I have nothing planned," Sok answered immediately. Too immediately. They both pretended not to notice how fast that was said. Silence settled between them, awkward and heavy, and somehow charged. Kenny tapped his fingertips lightly on the table. Soft pat, pat, pat. The only sound between them, while the chaos of the cafe continued around them. Sok leaned towards to grab his cup, but didn't stop looking at Kenny. As he reached, his finger drifted across the table, closer, until the tip brushed Kenny's. What? His fingers drifted across until the tips hands. Okay. Then he tapped along with him. Pat, pat, pat. Oh my god, that would be so cute if we just hold hands and just... Oh my god, I'm gonna force him to do that. Kenny didn't look up. He continued, "I need a bub." Okay. The barista arrived with the Americana, like she said been sent from above. Like she's been sent from above. "Here you go. Thank you," they said at the same time. Kenny's voice too relieved. Sok's amused. Sok scanned his phone to pay. Oh my god, that's so hot. I pay with Apple. Sok scanned his phone to pay. The barista smiled at him in that "you're charming and you know it" way he's always got, then drifted back to the counter. Kenny took a long sip through the straw, almost hiding behind it, eyes scanning the room. Too many people, too many eyes. Sok noticed instantly. "Hey," he murmured, looking around. "It's crowded. Let's get out of here." He rose, pushing the chair in with a loud scrape like Kenny had done, totally unbothered. Kenny scrambled up after him and followed him out into the midday heat. Thanks for the coffee, Kenny said. Voice small, heart big. I'll get the next one. Next one. Oh God, did he say that? That implied something, like he expected something, like he wanted something, and don't worry about it, he said. He pointed towards the walking path by the Han River. It's nice. It's nice out. Let's go for a walk. Kenny wasn't sure if he was sweating and if the sun from the proximity to Sok or both, but he followed. Sok glanced at him, noticing the silence, then suddenly burst out laughing. Kenny jumped. What? Did you see Nathan's shoe fly off during practice yesterday? Did you see Nathan's shoe fly off during practice yesterday? Oh my God, yes! Kenny wheezed, shoulder relaxing. And Aito caught it midair like a ninja and just tossed it into the trash. Nathan was so mad when he grabbed it back and had my old yogurt all over his lace. Kenny snorted softly. What? Snorted softly. Okay. Then they both froze mid-laugh at Kenny's snort, then erupted even louder. Kenny reached out and reached out and swat Sok's shoulder. Sok did the same. Their hands missed and interlocked, just like that. So easy, perfect fit. They are a perfect fit. Kenny laughed. Laughter halted. His breath vanished. His entire body froze as he stared down at their hands tangled together. Sok's laugh softened, and then he squeezed, deliberate and warm. Kenny felt that exact squeeze in his rib. They held it for only a few seconds, but Kenny felt every millisecond. The ringtone shattered at the moment, loud, sharp, slicing through the quiet river air. We can never go back, 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 back. Kenny flinched, and their hands broke apart instantly. Sorry, that's my phone, Sok said, pulling it out of his pocket. Hey, Michelle, yeah. Kenny stood there quietly, watching sunlight ripple over the river in silver waves as Sok talked work, visa, and paper. Finally, Sok hung up and slipped his phone away. Sorry, Kenny, he said softly. I gotta deal with some visa stuff with Michelle. Oh, that's okay, Kenny chirped way too cheerfully. Oh, sorry, let me try that again. Oh, that's okay, Kenny chirped way too cheerfully, trying to patch over the disappointment crackling in his chest. Sok stepped closer, his eyes warm and his smiling. Don't get in trouble while I'm gone, and he tapped Kenny's cup. Don't forget you owe me a coffee. He winked. Then he turned and walked back the way they came, leaving Kenny beside the river, watching people rush past like nothing had happened. Like the world hadn't shifted, just a little, towards him. That was good. Oh my God. I liked it. Oh my God. I liked it. Ooh. Okay, there's another one. Jackson Wang's party. Jackson Wang's party. Nathan falling into Jungkook's arms. Wow, that's a wild party. What? Wait, I can't read this? Don't read this? What? Read it. Don't read it. We love Jackson Wang fanfics. Okay, cool. Okay, it's pretty long. I'm just gonna read one chapter. Nathan pushes through the dancing crowd of people. It was getting harder each second as the song switched over to Bang 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 by Big Bang. It was impossible to keep going forward. Nathan is pushed back closer to the middle of the dance floor. He eventually loses his balance. He bumps face first into some random dancer and falls back right before his head crashed to the floor. Someone grabbed him onto his forearm. Nathan, relieved, sighs in relief. He wasn't going to be trampled by the party people. Whoa! Got you at the right time. Nathan, yeah, thanks. As Nathan is pulled back to regain his balance by grabbing onto both of the man's arm, he looked up at his gaze. Wait, I know this guy. Taking a good look, Nathan froze up in realization. The one holding him up was the one and only John Jungkook. 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 Did I pronounce his name right? The famous star from BTS. Jungkook stares at him intensely. This fanfic was a little too cliché. Nathan quickly lets go of him, giving him a bit of space in between. Nathan, holy shit, are you? Before Nathan could say anything else, Jungkook interrupts him. Jungkook, yes, I am Jungkook. Are you surprised? Jungkook gently smiled at Nathan in an endearing way. Nathan knew where this was going. He was not able to let this happen. Whoa, huge fan. Anyways, I have to go. My friends, Jungkook interrupts again. Jungkook, oh, your friends left you here alone? They shouldn't be your friends. Oh no, he was one of those Jungkooks. This was bad. Nathan needed to get away from him fast before anything else happens to him. Nathan, oh no, you got me all wrong. My friends, they're lost. I can't look for them myself. Without a word, Jungkook grabs Nathan's waist, pulling him towards the crowd. Nathan tries to shake him off, but his strength was unreal. He was just as handsome too. His vein in his arm was even visible as he was dragging Nathan out of the crowd. Eventually, Jungkook reached the booth where he and the other BTS member was hanging. Oh dear, this was going to be a long night. Jungkook pulls Nathan down, keeping him close. He then grabs a shot of alcohol, drowning it one go like it was nothing, just to impress his buddy. Jungkook then looks at him, very fond with the view in front of him. He reached out his hands, brushing a strand of his hair. You're so messy, it's cute. Nathan panics. He can't be caught acting like a... Okay, well, I'm not reading this anymore. Oh my god. Now, No, the next few lines after that was not it. Okay, we'll read. Now that was fanfic. That was fanfic. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, well. The non-date that could still be considered a date by some standards. I like this. Hey, little tangerine, you still up? The text flies through just as Sok switches off his light to go to sleep. His phone brightens, now the dark room, and Sok eagerly rolls over to check. Yeah, what's up? Do you want to watch a movie with me tomorrow? Sok breathes, breath catches as he reads the text. He has to manually inhale and exhale for a minute. Sure, I'm free today. Cool. I'll pick you up at 3, and we can get dinner together after. Because it did the 2 dots and the D, so yeah. Socks thumbs up the message before hugging his phone to his chest. Oh my god, like this. Oh my god, I knew it. He loves me. He loves me. Okay. He is mind racing with tomorrow's possibility. Frankly, he is a little nervous about Kenny picking him up. More importantly, he's scared of being dropped off. What if he is silly and invites Kenny in? What if he gets a little too ahead of himself? Sok rolls over and stares into the dark abyss of his closet. Whatever happens, happens. Yes. It's been a week since they first met, and it's been almost non-stop texts from Kenny. They usually dwindle off towards the night since Kenny seems to sleep early, but this sporadic text made his heart flutter a little. As well as the text from Kenny, a text the person who was his date lights up his phone. Sok barely glances at the notification, and he knows what it says. Are you free tomorrow? I want to talk. What a mood killer. He swipes left to delete the notification and hopes that this text will be the last. But it's been like this every single day since he stood up. And since he was stood up, so he highly doubts that. Sok pushes thoughts of that person to the back of his mind. There's another person. He's dating another person? Sok pushes the thought of that person to the back of his head. What's the matter right now? Is the person seeing this tomorrow? Is the person he's seeing tomorrow? Sok wasn't sure what he was experiencing when Kenny said he would pick him up, but it definitely wasn't this. Kenny a few minutes late, which surprised Sok since his apartment is in the middle of what essentially a maze. Kenny is practically skipping up to the front steps of Sok's apartment. He's clutching an umbrella 3 times larger than himself and soaking wet. His hair is dripping buckets, his shirt clinging to his frame. The whole scene makes Sok break down in uncontrollable laughter. Oh my gosh, what happened? Sok managed to get out between laughs. Like, oh my god, what happened? Like that? Okay. I stepped off the bus and boom, someone decided to dump a bucket of water on his head. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He exclaims, becoming increasingly animated and flapping his arms like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. 1 second. Oh my god. 3 times he exclaims, becoming increasingly animated and flapping his arms like a chicken. I liked how I did my hair too, he defeatedly adds under his breath. Something about the combination of Kenny's radiant smile and him being comically sopping wet makes Sok's intestines forget how to function. Do you want to come in and dry off? Sok offers, finally getting a grip on his thought and intestines. For the first time, Kenny seems slightly abashed and can't meet Sok's eyes. If that's alright with you. Sok guides Kenny into the building. Kenny's shoes quacking like a little duck and leaving wet footprints behind them. Kenny definitely didn't anticipate the afternoon going this way. I hope I didn't ruin it for him. Sok's apartment is tidy, almost frustratingly so. To Kenny, it feels like if he so much as nudged a rug out of place, he would get kicked out. The quack increased as Kenny slipped off his shoe in the entryway. You can sit here for a second. I'll get you fresh clothes and a towel, Sok says, rushing to his room. Kenny, a little scared of getting the couch soaked, stands awkwardly in the kitchen, rocking back and forth on his heels. The kitchen counter reminds him of nails he worn the previous week. That reminds him of the muffin he had that day. Damn, that was a good muffin. The ground around him is pooling with water. By the time Sok emerged from his room, he offers the items to Kenny, a small pile of neatly folded clothes and the fluffiest towel Kenny has ever laid his eyes on. You can go to the shower, Sok points Kenny into the direction of the bathroom. Kenny obliges, carefully walking so, minimizing the footprint from his soaking socks. Once inside, Kenny carefully peels his clothes off like his skin. It's like 20 pounds have been lifted off his shoulders, and he can finally stand up straight again. The autumn winter did not do him justice and evaporates the water away. 2 crisp knocks at the door jolts Kenny out of this bliss. Kenny, Sok calls him from the other side. I can take your clothes up and hang them. Kenny scrambles to wrap a towel around his waist before he gathers waterlogged clothes and opens the door. 2 seconds later, Sok has whipped around, one hand outstretched behind him for Kenny's clothes and the other over his eyes. Even from behind, Kenny can see that Sok is bright red. This is exciting. What? Kenny teases. It's not like you can't see anything. Just give me the clothes. As soon as the door click shut, Sok can breathe again. He beelines to the balcony to hang up Kenny's clothes. He urges to touch grass, temporarily satisfied by the air. Fresh air. His apartment may be tidied, but on the inside, he is absolutely wrecked. Kenny is here, in his apartment, showering. What he was nervous about last night is actually coming true, at least part of it. What in the world is happening? Sok is seated at the couch, idly scrolling through the channel on the TV. When Kenny exits the bathroom, Kenny's fine. He breaks a thermometer. If he even got close to one. I can't read anymore. Oh my god, I am so thirsty. And he's even hotter when he's in Sok's clothes, which Sok hates to admit. He really likes on Kenny. It's true, I do look good in his clothes. Let me get some water, hold on. Oh my god, hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna finish this, okay? I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna persevere, okay? I'm gonna persevere. Just you wait. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Which Sok hates to admit. He really likes on Kenny. Sok has to look away to prevent himself from burning holes straight through him. That's so funny. That's a good one. That's a good writing. He had only given him a white t-shirt and black sweatpants. But damn, I do look good in white and black. I do look good in white and black. I do look good. I do look good in that. And so does Yobo. Speaking of which, I do miss him. It's been a day. I woke up and Yobo was gone, just like that. He had to go to church. Sok is seated at the couch, idly scrolling through channels on the TV. When Kenny exits the bathroom, Kenny's fine. He takes a break. He breaks a thermometer if he even got close to one. He's even hotter when he's in Sok's clothes, which Sok hates to admit. He really likes on Kenny. Sok has to look away to prevent himself from burning holes straight through him. He had only given him a white t-shirt and black sweatpants, but damn. Kenny sees Sok so fluttered, cracks a grin. He dabs at his hair with the towel and around his neck as he sits down on the floor near Sok. Want to order some food? Kenny offers. Sure. Sok pops up from the couch to grab his phone from the kitchen. Anything to get away from the space heater. That space heater. Oh my god, I'm the space heater? No, I don't. I'm really cold usually. He's usually my space heater. After food was ordered, Kenny sat on the island in the kitchen, kicking his legs and spinning around in his chair like a child. Sok returns to scrolling through the channel. I need a burp. Okay. Kenny sat at the island in the kitchen. I need a burp again. Okay. I'm ready. Kicking his legs and spinning around in his chair like a child, Sok returns to scrolling through channels on the TV, attempting to distract himself from Kenny's nonsense. There's a soft patter behind him as Kenny leans over the couch. Hey, Sok, he whispers, do you have any games? Games? Sok jumped a little, not expecting Kenny to be 2 inches away from his ears. Board games or video games? Anything, really. Well, I have Mario Kart, Sok offers a minute later. Sok is shuffling through a small stack of DVDs, pulling in probably the oldest Mario Kart Kenny has ever laid eyes on. In the year of 2025, bro has and uses a Wii? How old is that thing? Wait, excuse me? We is not that old? Wait, is we old? How old is that thing? I'm not too sure. My friend gave it to me, Sok replies, inserting the disc. The Wii buzzes to life with a ping. The TV lighting with the bland home screen. It is pretty bland. Wait, what? They're discontinuing it? I refuse to believe that. I grew up when Wii was invented. That's crazy. Whoa, Wii is not old. Wii is not old. And I like the running. You can be physical too. Oh my god. I used to play the golf one, and I would always like swing it so hard that I would lose the control and it goes like it flies somewhere. Whoa. Long live Wii. Long live Wii. Okay. Kenny beats Sok in 4 games before their food arrives. Granted, those were the first 4 games, and Sok was going easy on him. Sok won every other game. Sok doesn't know what possessed them to order pizza from the worst place in town, but it definitely deserves a 1-star rating on Google reviews. Is this okay? I know you wanted to see a movie today, Sok asked over the pizza that's more of a puddle of grease. That thought had been floating around in Sok's head ever since Kenny stepped foot in the apartment. Is Kenny really okay with them skipping the movie? Yep, this is fine. It was one of those reruns that the theater does, so we can always watch it later. I always rather do something a little more meaningful, you know? Movies are a boring second date. Kenny Bright's attitude towards the whole situation tells Sok that... And my apartment is ruined. Oh my god. Sok. Kenny's bright attitude towards the whole situation tells Sok that it's okay to relax a bit. It's okay that the air becomes a little less dense and he can breathe easier. Then it hits Sok. Oh, this is meant to be a date? His heart rate spikes higher than the Empire State Building. John Creek, Conco, wet dreams, tomato. Nothing we can't do. Yeah, we in New York, New York. After Sok tidies the kitchen, the rest of the night is filled with Kenny talking about his random thoughts in Mario Kart. Sok beats Kenny in basically every game unless he went easy on him, even though Kenny was struggling to win. Kenny's mantra was, "I'm going easy on you," when it's clear he's not good enough to beat Sok. Damn. The walk to the bus stop is quiet. The sunset gleams over the building, setting the world in a orange and pink filter. Their shadow lays stretch across the concrete as they walk, the fallen leaves crushed under their shoes, and a chilly breeze rustles the bare branches above them. Kenny is skipping ahead of Sok, his steps buzzing with energy. Hey Sok, do you like my nails? Kenny exclaims suddenly, stopping beside the bus stop and brandishing his nails like a claw to Sok. Today, they look like a grandma's curtain, a dense floral pattern made up of red and maroon. Okay. They're cute, Sok replies, subconsciously holding Kenny's hand to get a better look. He doesn't get how he doesn't notice them before. They remind me of you. Kenny has a goofy grin on his face, his eyes full of what can only be described as admiration. Oh, really? You think I'm a grandma? What? No, like, you remind me of autumn, and these nails give autumn vibes. I guess that could be true. Just then, the bus rounds the corner and squeals to a stop in front of Kenny. I guess it's time for me to go, mumbles Kenny, carefully removing his hands from Sok's grasp. Sok's apartment is quiet without Kenny. There's no restless yapping or spinning chairs. It's like a little piece of him is missing, the little chaos he needs. Sok shoots Kenny a quick text after he gets out of the shower. Hey, since today was a bit of a mess, you want to do something next week? He sets his phone down on his nightstand to get changed before flopping down on his bed. Just then, his phone lights up with a text from Kenny. Just marry me already. That's true. That's true. And that's how we got married. That's how we have a prenup. You know, we're happily married with 2 kids. Yeah. Ooh, I want to read fanfic poems on our concert. We should do that. We should do that. I mean, he can work in America now. And the next tour is happening, so, you know, he signed the prenup. Yay! Yay! Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. I'm done reading. I read like 4 fanfics in 1 hour. That's pretty good. I'm a reader. I'm just a reader. I know. Oh my god. That was good. How am I doing with... Dude, we've been great. You know, couple activities like saying goodnight to each other every night. I need to go clean my clothes. Everything's a mess here. I can't wait to take him to America and show him around, flaunt him around like he's my piece of me. I know. We're couple goals. We're couple goals. Goals. We're couple goals. I can't pronounce words. Okay. Yeah, that'll be all, guys. I hope you enjoyed the fanfic today. I'm wondering, should we do more? More fanfics some days? I don't know. I'm just, yeah. Okay. I'll see you guys next time then. Just, you know, vote amongst yourselves which one's the best, and then just send me the links to those, you know. We'll do a little competition, which fanfic you believe is the best, and I can start reading them, you know. I'll give you a Google Doc or Google survey, and you can just give me one. Yeah. And just give me the title. Bye. It's 11, guys. You guys need to go, guys. I need to go. It's getting late. It's getting late, guys. Bye-bye.